Third inning about to get underway here at the Polo Grounds in Myrtle Beach at the Ripken Experience. Keene State trailing Wells 2-1. Nick Landi here, and I am joined by a special guest today. It's freshman pitcher Daniel Cantafi for Keene State, fresh off his first collegiate win yesterday in a big win against Salem State. Dan, thanks for stopping by. How are you doing?
Good. Thanks for having me, Nick.
Absolutely. So we are literally not even 24 hours removed from that big start against Salem State. Where are your emotions at right now that you've had some time to have it all kind of settle in?
I mean, it was kind of surreal at first, just being on the mound and competing with the guys you've been working with all off season. So just sharing that time with those guys was just awesome, and getting that win was most important. So I was happy about that.
When you knew you were going to get the start there, as Hamilton Barnes is up to bat, he's got a 1-2 count here. When you knew you were going to get the start, how were you nervous at all? How were you feeling? Was it more anxiousness than nervousness?
Kind of just excited to get out there. Kind of anxious and just couldn't wait just to be on the bump. And yeah.
And then did it take long for the nerves to basically settle down during that game?
I'd say once I threw that first pitch, I was like, I'm here now. So just got to compete and just got the first pitch out of the way. Now I just felt like I was in a flow and could just keep on going.
And it just felt like it just
felt natural, yeah.
More natural, more smooth as the game basically progressed.
And having those teammates just supporting me after every inning just helped a lot as well. So.
And there's an infield single for a hit there by Nate Hudson. He is on base now with one out. And I've gotten a chance to talk to some of the other guys as well about this. This is a very young team, a lot of freshmen, not only on this team, but getting the chance to already play and contribute. So as a freshman yourself, what is it like to be able to work with so many other freshmen coming up with you and trying to ultimately rebuild this program back to being a winning team?
It's great. We're all super close. Even with the seniors, we're all just really close with each other. And the freshman group, just getting close with these guys now, all like 20 of us, it's going to be a special group down the road. And just making these relationships will just help us as a team and continue to help us win games.
Daniel Cantafi here in the press box with us today as Keene State, as that pitch gets away, and Hudson will get to second base. Keene State now having the tying run at second, trying to get another rally going here. So ultimately, as your freshman season continues, Dan, what are you ultimately hoping to accomplish in your first year here at Keene State?
First year, just want to win just as a team, win as many games as we can, and hopefully just compete for a LEC championship. That would be awesome, and we're off to a good start right now, just keeping it rolling and just expecting more each and every day.
Yeah, and then how's college life been for you in your first year in college? Obviously, it can be a very difficult transition going from high school to college. How has that experience been for you so far?
It was great right off the bat. I mean, right when fall ball started, got to meet all the guys. We were hitting and throwing with each other even before fall ball started. So just doing that allowed us to get close as a team and just build this culture. And now we're all like brothers now, and it's just great.
Fly ball hit to center field by Josh Beon. That will be caught by the center fielder, and Hudson will tag for third. And he gets in there safely. A successful sacrifice fly there. Now puts a runner at third for the Owls, the tying run. And Dan, another thing I noticed is that you also are majoring in sport management at Keene State, and that is a big major that can lead to a lot of different career paths in the world of sports. What are you ultimately hoping to do for a living after your baseball career is done?
I'm honestly not sure yet. I've always been like a big sports guy, so I always want to be involved with sports. Maybe work for a professional baseball team, and that's my ultimate goal. So that'd be awesome, and just staying in the game as long as I can, whether it's playing or just helping out or just doing what I can to help whatever organization I'm part of one day.
Jonathan Chatfield up to bat, trying to drive in the tying run for the Owls. And you kind of brought up the perfect segue to my next question. I've been told by some of the other members of the team, they describe you as a bright individual, especially when it comes to analytics in baseball. Would you consider that an accurate description of yourself?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, you're big into analytics in baseball?
I mean, I guess I know a little bit about analytics. I'm not like crazy, but like I've learned a lot just from other guys, like not just analytic wise, but going back to just like I don't know, just pitches and everything. Like I've been learned a lot from, like, for example, Joe. Joe's taught me a lot, and he's a freshman, so just learning from other teammates about just other stuff, it just helped me a lot.
Line drive hit to right field by Chatfield. That's a fair ball. That's going to tie the game as Hudson scores. Chatfield slides into second with an RBI double. His third double here during the Ripken experience for Keene State. He had a 2-run RBI double on Sunday against Framingham, and now he drives in Nate Hudson with a double of his own. And we are tied now at 2 apiece. A big hit there. So, Dan, you're talking about learning more about the game of baseball, especially from the pitching perspective. What are some of the things you've been learning lately that have really amazed you or really caught your attention when it comes to the game of baseball?
Just like the little stuff as well, like how to execute different pickoffs. I've been getting my curveball better, and thanks to like Coach Blood, Coach Fitzgerald, even Coach Lund, and especially Joe, my catch partner. He's always helping me just critique my curveball, giving me good feedback. And now I'm just starting to work on just having a solid changeup and just getting that pitch going.
Brendan Eaton takes ball 3 there. He's got a 3-0 count now as Keene State tries to keep this inning going. Daniel Cantafi here with me for a few more minutes here. So is there, out of all the pitches you do ultimately have in your arsenal, what pitch, as that is ball 4 there, as Keene State has runners at first and second now. Out of all the pitches in your arsenal, what is the one pitch you're hoping to really make great strides in this season?
I'd say the changeup, because I'd say the fastball and curve are pretty consistent, but just trying to get that third pitch, that'll help a lot and be a big game changer in different counts and against different hitters, especially when we face tougher teams along the road.
Is there an MLB pitcher particularly that you like to emulate your game or your style after?
I don't really have like I've not like really what emulate, but I enjoy watching James Karinchak from the Indians. I just love his fire and just his compassion on the mound, and maybe one day I'll just have that compassion like him. Just his fire and energy he brings is just fun to watch.
A ground ball to second by Follett ends the top of the third, but not before Keene State ties the game at 2 apiece. Daniel Cantafi, thank you so much for joining us. Congrats again on your first win.
Thank you.
The first of many, I'm sure.
Thanks for having me, Nick.
We'll be back with the bottom of the third right after this.
Sports fans,